Hello everyone, FunshineX here, and I'd like to welcome you to the first glimpse of Red States versus Blue States, my new challenge map, based mostly on vanilla Minecraft and a little bit of ComputerCraft thrown in there. This is the first sneak peek of the map. It is not ready for release yet, but you will get to see the idea behind it, and if you are lucky enough, you might be able to beta test it with me. I've had a lot of help from Damn Sky in designing the little arena here, so props to him for his help. And he's also helped when I've bounced off ideas. He's been able to say no, that sucks, or yes, that's awesome. So it's been integral in getting this map ready. If you're like me, you've been watching the election results all day today, and if you're half of you are probably very excited, the other half of you are probably pretty frustrated. And I won't tell you which one of those I am. You can probably guess. But anyway, I'd like to bring you Red States versus Blue States. What this is a challenge map where you compete head-to-head. It can be either 1 versus 1 or in teams. And you compete for votes. And you'll see the screen ahead of me has a map of a hypothetical world or country with individual states. And it works very similar to the U.S. Electoral College. And if you're not from the U.S., I'll explain a little bit about how that works if you're unfamiliar. But it's a totally broken system and should be done away with immediately, but that's another story. Basically, how this works is you're trying to get enough votes to win the election. And you can see this map. We've got everything gray right now. That means everything starts out 50-50. Blue and red have 0 points, 0 votes. And what you can do is do specific tasks for each state, and they will reward you. And if you get more votes than the other team or your opponent, you will win that state and all the electoral votes that go with it. Each state has a different number of electoral college votes, so that adds a lot of strategy over which states you would like to go for and try to beat your opponent. And if you notice your opponent is going really hard on one of those states, you can either try and beat them at it, or maybe go for and try and pick up a bunch of other states that they're not trying for, and kind of squeak out a win easily that way. So there's going to be a ton of strategy in this map on what you try to do, how you play your opponent. Do you try and outgain him in the resources department, or do you try and work more a strategic selection of what tasks you do? And because it's just vanilla, this version of the map is vanilla anyway. I do plan to make another version of the map that has that's modded, and that would play out a lot more like the Feed the Beast map, where you have to go provide certain items or do certain tasks in order to progress. And but let's just stick to the vanilla version right now. Each state has a certain Minecraft item or items that they are very fond of, and if you give those to those states, they will reward you with their vote. And they've also got some things that they kind of like, and they'll give you a couple votes if you get those. And they got some of the states have things they really don't like, and if you provide the country with those things, they're going to react negatively to that. And so you really have to be careful what you go for. So let me, without further ado, let's go ahead and actually look at the challenge arena first. So this is the kind of the voting booth. You've got your this world does have Mystcraft, and that Mystcraft plays a large role in this map. A little pen here, you can vote here. Inside the world, you've noticed we've sectioned off blue and red. Each team will start with 5 ender chests that are marked their color, and a bunch of books and linking book stands. So you can distribute those or take those all out and use them as you see fit to transport yourself between this world and the other world, which I'll show you in a minute. There's no creating descriptive books to create your own worlds. That's not part of the game. There is an existing world, and I'll show you exactly how that works. So you'll see the red team has the exact same thing, 5 red ender chests and some stack of books. Okay, inside the polling center, you've got the nice title there. I'm going to update that later to kind of display different graphs or stats or some different things that will display there. Again, the map's not completely done, but it's in a good enough state to show you guys. This is the map of the country and each of the individual states. And as you defeat your opponent, you get more votes than them. They'll flip between red and blue based on who's winning. So this is a great way to see kind of the map, just like in the U.S. today. You could see which one Obama had, which one Romney had. This will be the very similar thing. It'll turn red or blue. But it's not just about winning the states. Some states are more important than others, obviously. So you've also got these bars on the side that will tell you your electoral college vote. There are 399 total electoral college votes in this map, so you basically need 200 to win the game. The game will be played out over a series of between 2 to 4 hours. That's 6 to 12 Minecraft days. I'm thinking 10 Minecraft days will be about what we'll start with. But obviously, if you don't have as much time to play, you can shorten that. We'll start with 10 and we'll balance around that. And it will, at the beginning, reset everything to 0. You'll go out as soon as the timer reaches. Whoever has the most wins. Okay, so that's the scoreboard here. On the side, each team has a terminal. And you can click on this terminal. And it displays a smaller version of the map that is completely scrollable. So you can either use WASD or your arrow keys to go up and down on the map. It's the exact same map. But because of advanced computers, you can also click on these. And before I do, I want to warn you that all the states have really funky names. And they're hybrid mix match of Feed the Beast mod authors or developers and states in the United States. So a lot of these are really weird. I'm going to click on this one because I think it's mine. Yay, FunshineX. I'm not a mod author, obviously, but I made this map, so I put myself in it. So this is Funshine's Mississippi. Funshinex. It's worth only 8 electro votes. Did I really do that with my own map? I should have made it more worthwhile. But you can see that my state of Funshinex loves stew, mushroom stew, because you know that Dan Sky and I invented that mushroom stew farm a long, long time ago. So I got the mushroom stew there. I also really like flowers for some reason. Really love flowers, and I also like just mushrooms, bowls, and dirt. And I don't have any dislikes. So if you wanted to win Funshinex, you'd go out into the world, look for some mushrooms or mushrooms, and try and make some bunch of stew. And if you saw any flowers along the way, collect those too. Put them inside your ender chest that you were provided, and the ComputerCraft scoring system will give you points for Funshinex. If you also provided some dirt, you'll get a little less points, but eventually you will, have a lead here over your opponent. They could also do the same thing, go and get some stew or flowers, or if they could say, oh, well, just Funshinex is only worth 8 points, we don't care about that. Let's go somewhere else, maybe over here. And this is over Javada. Over J in Nevada here. It's worth 19 electro votes, so it's worth almost twice, more than twice as much as Funshinex, but look at the stuff you need to make them happy. They like pistons and dispensers. They're a very industrial state. And they'll also take redstone dust if you can't find enough, iron or wood to make pistons. And they don't have any dislikes either. But you can see everything starts off 50-50. Whoever provides more of those items would win the state. And you'll notice that a lot of these states share their likes. The loves are almost exclusive, so each state has the loves are very exclusive to what that state would like, but the likes might span across multiple states. So you might see 3 or 4 states that like redstone dust. And so if you put redstone dust in that ender chest, you might get points across multiple states. So then it's more a strategy. Do I convert this redstone dust into a piston to get more points in over Javada? Or do I just leave it as its raw material and try and get points over multiple states? Up to you guys, how you see fit. Okay, so that works in the exact same way over here on the red side. They're completely separate, so each team can view their own thing as they like. Here's player Jin. Careful if you don't say that wrong. That's a mixture of player and Virginia, and it's worth 11 electro votes. And he likes this is a very military region, and they like those snow golems. So if you give them snowballs, jack-o'-lanterns, ice, snow, they'll really reward you for that. The other one I wanted to show you, I think, is this one. Nope. That one, Direwolfifornia. Only 8 electro votes. He loves stone and cobblestone, so he can build a bunch of 9x9s. But He likes everything else as well. So this is kind of a catch-all. If you put something in the ender chest and you're just not sure what state likes it, at least Direwolf Fornia will give you a point for it, right? He'll give you some kind of vote. If you give him a reed, I don't know, a tree, a sapling, anything, Direwolf Fornia will take it. So that's that one. And there's a bunch of more. You guys, once you start playing the map or watch me and Damn Sky play the map, you'll get to see all the other states' names and what they like. It's going to be a lot of fun. Behind the scenes. You guys want to see behind the scenes? Sure. So you know, if you can't fly, there's no way to get over this, but I can fly. Haha. We'll start here, and this is the receptacle ender chest. So anytime you're out in the world and you put items in the ender chest, they're going to come in here, and they'll just sit here. And you notice you have a very small amount, so you might not be able to just constantly drain stuff into the ender chest. You might want to think of, or go out and actually mine some stuff, put them in other chests, and put them in the ender chest as you want. And there's also some strategy in that. Maybe I don't want to show all my cards right away, and maybe I just store all my high-value items till the last 5 minutes, shove them in the ender chest, and kick Damn Sky's butt. Just kidding. But anyway, so and more strategy in that. Here we go. You might wonder what this turtle is. No, that's not a weird texture pack. Well, it is a weird texture pack, and I'll tell you right now, this is the Sortex Fanfare texture pack. He's got a weird thing on the side, and this is actually a barcode because this turtle has a custom peripheral written by yours truly, FunshineX. And there are some turtles that'll do this, but I couldn't get them exactly to do what I wanted. And because it's seen by a lot of people as overpowered, but I'm not using it for the world, I'm using it for a custom purpose, so I had no problem writing this and creating a turtle that can do this. And no, I will not give you the source code for him until I decide to release it. It's really buggy. It only works in this scenario, and so I can't just release it right now. I believe in putting out quality products, and as an individual release, this turtle is not in that state yet, so don't ask for that. Anyway, what this turtle will do is he'll do turtle.suck, obviously, vanilla area base ComputerCraft operation, and suck things out of the ender chest. This barcode will then activate, and it will read the item that he puts in his inventory. Oh no, don't look at the code. Anyway, he's going to read the item out of his inventory. He's going to look at the item ID, the damage metadata value, and also how much in the stack. And he's going to pass those to the server so the server knows how to score you for that. So it's really cool. I know a lot of people have wanted computers and turtles to be able to do that, and there are some database turtles that can. They just don't do this exact thing that I need. So yeah, that's my custom turtle. He's responsible for reading all the items that are provided by the players, and when he's done, he just throws them in the lava. Damn Sky gave me a great suggestion of writing out everything he receives to a file so you can review at the end, compare, make plans, whatever, for your second run if you want to do that. Okay, so that's how your score is calculated. Well, how it knows what items you put into the ender chest. And over here, this is the main server. It doesn't look like a lot, but it actually does quite a bit. It's responsible for all the wireless messages between the turtles and the display computers. So it sits here and it displays the map. It displays the monitors, the individual terminals for the teams, and displays the bar charts over there and the very top title screen. It kind of tells those computers what to display. So it's got all the meat in this one. You can see it's printing out debug messages of state requested. That means one of those monitors requested 44 would be the blue team, 34 the red team, state F or state O, state D, that was Direwolf Fornia. So it's just kind of logging out that it received a message so I can check it. But anyway, so when these turtles submit that they've received a new item out of the ender chest, it'll send it to the server. The server is then responsible for saying, okay, I received dirt. What states either love, like, or hate dirt? And it goes through the config table that I've created. It's just a script file. It has a list of all the states, what they like, the item IDs of each thing. And it'll say, okay, there's these 3 states like dirt, this one loves dirt, this one hates dirt, and it'll assign the points. And it's not just 1 point. One state might love it, and they give 20 points for dirt. One might only give 1 point for dirt, so that's more like a like thing. One might get negative half a point for dirt. And so it keeps track of each of the states, how many points the red team has, how many points the blue team has, and then whoever has more, it then knows, okay, Direwolf Fornia is worth 8 electro votes, assign those to red team because they had more, or something like that. So that's the server's role in response to all this. And then each of these computers just is basically a display monitor. So this one is in charge of displaying the red vote tally between 0 and 200, or 399 if you swept the whole board. Equally on the blue side here. This one is a lot more complicated because it displays that map. That map is created just with a text file and ASCII characters to know which state is which and all that kind of things. Maybe I'll do behind the scenes part 2 and show you the actual code sometime. Or you can download the map once it's available and look at it yourself. So that's what that one does. This one really just displays the title on the monitor right now, so it doesn't do a lot. And that's your behind the scenes look of red states versus blue states. Let me give an example of how you would play. So you would start with nothing except your books and your ender chests. And the first thing you would do is probably create a linking book to the polling center, that's what this is. So you could always get back here. And you might even place it close here to your monitor so that it would even be easier to get back to your little terminal here to know what you need to go for. As soon as you do that, you maybe want to decide, okay, what items are going to go for first. Just, say I'm probably going to go for industrial items, military items, agricultural type items, and go for that. And then you're going to come here and you're clicking on this Mystcraft book, and this takes you out to the campaign trail. And don't worry, there's no corruption or anything like that. Mystcraft. Oh, hello, Mr. Sheep. What is cool about this map, it was created in MCEdit, and I took a bunch of chunks and I copied them and then went to a void world and pasted the mirror image of it. And so you can see as you go down here, you've got almost a Race for the Wool type map. It looks very similar. You've got this void in the middle, just so you can kind of look across and see what your opponent is doing. The whole thing is surrounded by bedrock, so don't try and get out, and don't try and jump down there because you will die in the void. And there's no crossing over to the other team's platform. Obviously, this country is very divided. Get it? Get it? Anyway, so you've got pretty much everything in this map. There's every kind of biome. There's every kind of tree, ore, material, animal, plant, anything you could think of in a normal Minecraft world, I've made sure is included in this small little world. I think it's maybe 10 by 3 chunks, so like 30 chunks. You might ask, well, if I'm in the polling center, none of my farms will grow or that kind of stuff. How am I going to do with that? Well, if you'll note, maybe not. F9, come on. You'll have to trust me that there is a chunk loader here. But anyway, it will load this main chunk here in the middle and give you a 3 by 3 area on your respective side. And so you can do all of your farming or things that need to always run over there on that side. Of course, Damn Sky has trolled me with pumpkins all over the place. He probably came in when it was dark and creepers almost destroyed him. And he loves pumpkins. But anyway, so if I was playing this, I would come in and let's say I'm on the red team and I would start up just like any other Minecraft. I'd start punching trees, building some tools. I would start digging. Whoops. I wouldn't be in creative mode, that's for sure. Digging, mining, breeding, farming, anything I want in normal Minecraft. But I need to be efficient. I've got to create as much as I can faster than the blue team. And that's pretty much it. I think this game will be very popular with teams because you can, one person can maybe go and check the poll board to see where you're leading, where you're not leading, and maybe a 3-on-3, so the other two could be mining and doing all that kind of stuff, and they can trade off and use linking books and all that kind of stuff. So obviously you're giving a whole stack of books, so you might as well use them to your advantage. If you're way over here and you don't want to run all the way back there, just sit here, create a new linking book that links you right here. Use your polling center linking book. I've got a following book. You won't be able to get that. But you can use this one, get back to the polling center, and then use your other book to come right back here. So it's very quick to teleport, to check the board, and check what you need to make. I think that's it. Again, this map is not available yet. I just wanted to put out kind of a teaser and a behind the scenes and let you know this is what I've been working on. That's why my Let's Play's been a little bit delayed or sparse. I just really got into this and had a lot of fun making it because you guys know I love ComputerCraft, and this was a fun thing to program. If you want to see the code, I'll show it to you guys sometime. Sortex texture pack, Mystcraft ender chests, dimensional anchors, and ComputerCraft are the mods. This is Minecraft 1.3.2. I plan to update it to 1.4.2 as soon as all the mods are stable that I'm using, which I think most of them are right now. I just haven't had time to upgrade the world. In the next week or two, you'll see a test playthrough of Damn Sky versus someone. So reply to this video if you would like to be that someone. I'll more be a referee, and since it'll be kind of a play test to make sure everything works, I don't want to be a player. I would rather be a referee, and if things break, I can fix them and that kind of thing. So we do need someone for Damn Sky to play against, or maybe I'll get 2 other guys to play, teams, something like that. So let me know if you want to be included in that. You probably will have to be a follower on my YouTube channel and Twitch if you want to be included in that. What else? Yeah, that's it. Hope you guys like this map. Let me know if you have any suggestions to even make it better, or if you think this would be a fun idea. I know that I really enjoyed challenge maps like Feed the Beast or Vex Super Hostile, and this is something else, and ComputerCraft fits right on with it in the scorekeeping aspect and the display, and it fits in with the season of the times, the election. So this has been FunshineX. I will see you guys soon. Goodbye.